Ready, ready. 10-2, sir.
Here we go.
Snap.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey,
Let's go.
2nd and 10. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. He's coming. We got double up.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I'm coming, baby.
Buzz. Get it.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Check. Double tight, guys. Alert.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 24-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's out of time, guys. It's out of time.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Giants.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Monday.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they'll throw it with Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Rosen. Got a man, Slayton. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play. We see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a giant 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 10 yards, good for a giant 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. 80. Screen, watch the screen. Spawn.
On 2nd down, Barkley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they try the right side here. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrich Rosas. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
15 line. Get in the weight room.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I'm guarantee you, they started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
He finds his target. It's Evans. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
That's what I do.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike. Go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
First down, New York.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Second and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to run this one in, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there as the first half is winding down, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This one fielded at the 5. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Once again, they run with Mixon. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies
They'll try the right side here with Penny. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll set up to throw. He's got Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, son.
Here's 2nd and 8. To Mixon on the check down. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
All day, baby, all day.
Wide. 6-6. Pull it high. Get it.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Check safety. Monday.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First down, Giants.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Coming to you. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Shoot.
They'll run with Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Saquon Barkley running right. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
You ready?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Switch.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Got it. Let's go now. 50, plant.
I'm coming.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
70.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they try the right side here. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
I'm going to run you over.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line. Today's final score.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you look back over the score sheet.